Back to Factorio Seablock, and between the episodes I've now run all of the silver ore and everything else back out from this plant we built. Excuse me, the last episode. We've now got these belts going up here. I did this off camera, no point you seeing that. We've got copper going in there, iron going up and around. That iron is going to our normal production side of things. And then here again, when we have enough mineral sludge, we don't have enough at the moment, we will start producing silver. I will solve the mineral sludge off camera because, again, it's the same thing you've seen before, and I'm sure you know how to fix bottlenecks by now. So I extended this other belt, you can see right here, this top one, all the way over from our power plants, all the way over here. It's got charcoal on it. We've then got the silver coming in on this line, and then the aluminium coming through here. And in fact, now I can get rid of that. And we have aluminium running. Good. We can ignore the gold for now, but we'll come back to it later. So now we've got aluminium, we've got silver, and we've got charcoal. What are we going to do with that? Well, aluminium, silver, first of all, silver. Aluminium, silver, and metal catalyst carriers produce green metal catalysts. The really good thing about green metal catalysts is that we, just like when we did the thing over there next to our power stations, essentially the charcoal filters. Once we use these, we will get the metal catalyst carriers back. That's hard to say. Okay, so whatever we use them for, the only thing that will regenerate them is going to be aluminium and silver, I think. That's the only recipe for it. So we need aluminium and silver, so I am going to need a lot more silver, of course, but we can get into doing these. Now, the metal catalyst carriers are just iron plates and nothing else, and we can handcraft them if we want to. So I can just say metal catalyst. Yep, there we go. And let's just make 80. All the iron I have. Why not? In fact, second thoughts, that's far too slow. Yeah, let's get that back. I'm just going to actually put an assembly machine down. Just a temporary one. We don't need this to be in any way, you know, significant to our factory. So we'll set that to metal catalyst carriers. And that just means I can just load a couple of things in here and connect it with power. Whoops. And it'll start producing them. Let's just put it into a box while we wait. There we go. All right, so that's not blocking my handcrafting. And then we're going to basically combine that with these two lines to make the green catalyst carriers. So let's go back to that. Sorry, not the green metal catalysts. Wow. All right, now the green metal catalysts we can use for a bunch of different purposes. Formaldehyde is going to be one of the main ones. But we can also use it if we go and look for methanol takes. Instead of going through algae farms and that horridly slow and very, very bulky setup, we can just actually make methanol straight from a green metal catalyst and carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas. Carbon dioxide we can make straight from charcoal. Now you see why there's a charcoal line here. Similarly, we need hydrogen gas, but again, hydrogen gas we know we can get from various sources. If we go for purified water from a water hydro plant, and we can just get that straight from the water here or from a water well of some kind, we will get purified water, and we can just obtain one and flare off the other. So let's get that sort of sorted out to get started with. I think I'm going to just build it here for now. We'll come back to it later if that's not going to be appropriate. So let's just look for a water plant or hydro plant. You just need some stone bricks. Fine, let's go and get those. I really need to reproduce the stone brick factory. I had it running, or our old setup for algae plants was up here, but we no longer need that explicitly. And that means that we've got quite a few of them. Yeah, I need to get rid of some stuff. Let's get rid of various crushed ores. And anything else I want to get rid of in here? Maybe some lead ore, some iron ore. I'll keep the silver, thanks very much. Let's just get another stack of 100. Fine, hydro plant. So we'll get that. We're also going to need a pump, aren't we? Oh, it's not pump. Just pump. There we go. Offshore pump. And then we'll go and get our water fill. And we need a block of 4. That's kind of a minimum size for this thing. So why don't we put something like this down here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5? Yeah, doesn't matter too much. We can always amend it later. In fact, I can probably do, there we go. Looks much better. So now we have this. And that's going to feed directly into our hydro plant, which hopefully is now built. Yep, there we go. And do I want to go this way? Probably want to think about going this way. And is that the one we want? And this is how we get rid of that chloric wastewater as well. The hydro plant will actually convert it back. That's good. Yeah, so that tank we separated last episode, we'll probably process through a hydro plant of some kind. I may even replace this. We may even get decent water out of it. So I'm going to get those 2 up and give it some power. And that will happily produce the water we need. Then we just want to deal with one and the other, don't we? So this one is going to have to be clarified. And the other one we can use to split using an electrolyzer, I think. Do I not have any in my inventory? Let's just make a Mark 1. We're not going to need all that much, I don't think, for this. We certainly don't have the silver to keep that going. Speaking of silver, let's just put this back on this line just so I don't forget and dump it in a box somewhere. There we go. And there's our electrolyzer. So we want to put that. I'm not sure which way the inputs are. I never remember the inputs. We want this one. We want the left input. Doesn't matter on this side. So we can move that across a little bit. It's getting in the way of this, so I will just leave that alone for now. Grab the clarifier. That can go here. That could interrupt things maybe a little bit. Yeah, let's actually just put that beyond everything else. Slightly annoying pipe layout here. I'll put it down here actually. And we'll just run a pipe. The copper pipe is quite cheap. There we go. That's all taken care of. This side can get hooked up. And then we want some power poles. And there we go. So then we just need a flare stack, as you might expect normally. Just one will do. And that should solve the whole problem. We should have a pure hydrogen pipe available then. And let's get rid of the oxygen that way. And we've got just hydrogen left. Good. So with the hydrogen, we can then go through this. So we want methanol first, carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Carbon dioxide is going to be easy. We're just going to chemical plant. So let's just grab one of those and let's just put it alongside. Maybe we should put it one further out. And we want carbon dioxide from charcoal. And that will just come straight out the top. And then we want to feed in essentially this line into here. And let's just craft the rest of that belt and grab some more iron from this box. For the moment, I'll just put it like that and we'll just feed directly in. Fix that, the rest of that later once I figure out where I need to actually go here, but there we go. And we've got carbon dioxide. So good, that's 2 inputs for methanol. Let's just go through the silver. I just want to keep this around just in case. Uses for this. So we're going to need green metal catalysts for the methanol. and to make the methanol as well. That might be too much usage of the green metal catalyst. We might not have enough silver to start off the process for long-term sustainability, because it's not very plentiful at the moment, because we just don't have enough mineral sludge. But I'll solve that one off camera. You don't need to worry about it. Just think that we're going to be able to do this. So first of all, we need to make those green metal catalysts. So that means the aluminium, the silver, and the metal catalyst carriers from here are going to need to be combined. And we can do that in a bunch of different places, but here seems to be fine to do it. There we go. And if we just grab a assembly machine of some kind, not sure if a base version of this will work, but we'll give it a try regardless. And I don't need to worry about speed with this thing for the moment, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. And we'll just put in something like that. And pick up position there. Pick a position there. And we want green. No, you're not going to be able to do it, are you? Okay, how about our level 2 one? Assembly machine. There we go. Can you make it? Green. Yep, you can do it just fine. Okay, so that's got those ingredients. The only thing we have left is this. We got 400 other things, maybe a bit too many, but that is fine, and we're getting them at this side. Good. So we can probably put them on a belt going that way, I want to say. Yeah, let's just do this sort of like this then. And so if we just set our pickup location to be there, and the drop location, let's actually just create it there. Oops. There, and then it'll just go diagonally. I've done that wrong, haven't I? Pick up, drop. There we go. Maybe we should actually upgrade that to a fast version. No, it won't need it. Okay, so now I just need to make more belt. And we'll just pocket craft that. And then feed it up here, I think. Alright, so then we'll have the green metal catalyst, we'll have the carbon dioxide, and we'll have the hydrogen. So those two are going to be right here. And let's just see again. So this is in another chemical plant. So here's hoping that the inputs are correct. Let's just give this a look. If we want methanol, you know why? Why? Come on, seriously. I wish you could actually just switch the inputs. Instead of rotating with R, if you'd actually switch the inputs around. Anyway, that's a relatively quick fix. Let's just put it back here. Yeah, and we'll just put a pipe there. Pipe there. I hate it when he does that. It's like it's specific. If I'd put that side, it would have been fine, but then the flare would have to go here, and it's fine. So I'm going to supply it with power. So the only thing it then needs, carbon dioxide should be coming out of here. Yeah, that is carbon dioxide, isn't it? Yeah. Is it just because it doesn't have green metal catalyst yet? Well, let's give this a go, and we'll soon see if that's the case. There we go. And then we can just grab all of this coming from here. And here's where we probably want to take this up, because these are going to get used up by this, and we'll be able to essentially regenerate them. So if we just put this back, for argument's sake here, And let's make the catalysts carriers, which we can just supply this way. And then we've got to put the green ones in somehow. So we may have to ship the green ones back down. Yeah, what have I done here? I've clearly done something wrong, because that's not going in there at all, even though it should be. Oh, no, it is. Yeah, no, it's working. Good. So that's methanol, which is on both outputs, so I can't get the outputs wrong. Inputs wrong, even. I always separate them just in case I need a power pole or something. Oh, I do more recently. So now I just want the... what was it we actually wanted? Was it formaldehyde? Formaldehyde, there we go. And that will also output a metal catalyst carrier. So we're going to want to extend this up here, be able to feed this in, and again, let's just get those power poles done. Okay, so formaldehyde. All right, there we go. So if I just connect those two up, that should be producing. It is. And similarly, we can just feed out this way. I guess we could go diagonal there. So pick up, drop off. Maybe. No, that's making them, isn't it? Yeah, no, this is not the thing I actually need. I just need to recycle them. So this needs to be the green version, which is down here. That's probably going to require me to ship them back again. So that's fine. We'll just put a belt here. And we'll just separate these things. Let's put an underground. And we'll ship them back down towards here. Or indeed, is there anything else I need here? No, in fact, we can just extend both these lines going upwards as well. Doesn't really much matter, other than to say we need to feed across here, like this, if we're going to feed in. And we can just use something like, oops, this. And pick up from above and drop back in here. All right, so that will then have everything working how we expect. A few more belt pieces. There we go. So all the recycled carriers should go back down again. And the new stuff should come up. So here we have the green metal catalysts, and we have formaldehyde pure. All right, so formaldehyde then, what do we do with that? That's going to need to be combined with urea, and it makes resin. Okay, so 20 of both of these create 10 liquid resin, and the resin we can use with a bunch of other things. But we can barrel it, obviously. But we can turn it into regular resin. We don't have the ability to do that yet. Regular resin, we can go into rubber and phenolic board. And it's phenolic board that we're probably going to need after that point. That also needs wood, so we're going to have to think about how to generate wood. Interesting that we can get it from naphtha. But it's pretty much straightforward of a process from there, I think. So let's just take a look what we need for urea. I think this is the one that's actually fairly straightforward by comparison to all the ores we've just produced. So we need carbon dioxide. We've already got some of that, and we probably have spare. So we can take this. This is going to be like a spaghetti carbon dioxide setup. That's going to be going that way, and let's just build some pipe. So it's right here. Carbon dioxide. Yeah, we have enough of it. That's not a problem. So let's just switch to urea now. Okay, and we also need ammonia. Ammonia we can get from blue cellulose or red metal catalysts. Well, we can do that with iron and copper ore, but I'd rather keep the iron and copper. So I guess we've got to go via the other method, which is blue cellulose fiber, which is blue algae. I'm just going to end up with algae anyway. Why? And then that is sulfuric wastewater and carbon dioxide again. So we will need sulfuric wastewater from somewhere. We do have that quite commonly in the plant, but in the whole factory, but I'm not sure if there's any over this side of things. Let me have a look for where it is. Okay, so here's where we have the sulfuric wastewater. It's not that far away. I'm just going to make more underground pipes. It's coming right from our flotation plants doing the aluminium. So that is perfect for us in that it's just up there along with all of this stuff. So no big deal here other than to extend this pipeline going this way. Once it's actually finished making these pipes, I will need to actually do more of them all to get these stuff produced automatically. But this is going to be pretty straightforward. We'll take it along the outside of this and then up straight up there. Okay, so now we've got to decide where to actually put the farm. Let's actually just put it in line with everything. So let's just choose this Mark II farm. And for the moment, let's just see where which input needs where. I'm going to go for blue. And that is going to be either side, isn't it? So we will have to go this way, maybe. Something along those kind of lines. And let's just go there for now. And we'll come up this way with this pipe. There we go. That should connect just fine. Let's just actually quit those. Make a few more straight pipe pieces and we're in. So that should be that done. So we've got blue algae being produced. It's a bit slow, but you get a lot at once, so that's not really much of an issue. And then we're going to need chemical plants. So we got a few of those already. Liquefy chemical plants. There we go. And probably 2 in a line. Let's just try here and here. And now, what is it we needed? Ammonia. But first of all, we need blue cellulose fiber. So let's just choose fiber first. Okay, now we'll feed in straightly from the farm. And with the fiber, we are going to need a solid inserter. And from here, we then want the ammonia. We want this one. Yes. All right, so that whole thing will produce ammonia. And there it should go. We've got all the inputs fed in now. Yep, sulfuric wastewater, carbon dioxide is just fine. So this is going to produce ammonia, which means we should be able to combine that with yet more carbon dioxide. So maybe if I just change this into a straight piece. And we will run carbon dioxide beyond this. Like that. And then I'll adjust this once we see what we need for here. So this is also running in a chemical plant. It's a good job I moved all those chemical plants. Okay, let's play the where are the inputs game, shall we? Are you ready? Is it going to be right? Is it going to be right? Is it... No, it's going to be exactly the opposite of right, in fact. Again. Okay. Let's move it across and up a little bit, and that'll give us a bit of room. There we go. So this, again, can be as normal. And let's just extend this one further out. Like that. And then we can feed this way. Give it some power. And we should be done, I think, for urea. And that will also produce, what is that? Is that mineralized water? Oh, let's take a look. What does this produce? Purified water. Okay. And is there any reason for us to reuse that up here? other than we could feed it around into the electrolyzer, I suppose. But more than likely, we may as well just leave it. We need to get rid of it if we do that. So we are going to need another clarifier. Let's just get that built. And then we should end up with urea. And then we've also got the other side of things. So formaldehyde. That's going to make liquid resin in yet another chemical plant. Would you like to guess whether I've got the inputs the correct way around? I know you want to, because there's our input here. Let's actually see where it is on this side. So if I put another chemical plant in place, here we go. Hold on to your hats. Yep, that's right. It was the wrong side again. So now we've got both of our inputs. I think we just need some power. And we're producing resin. Good. Or do we actually need the resin for anything else? Resin. What other uses does it have? Resin. Fiberglass board, which we don't have. That needs advanced glass smelting 3. Let's take a look at glass smelting 2. We have 3 needs blue science, so we can forget that. Fiberglass board, nope. And a barrel. So the only thing we need is resin, and that is in a level 2 assembling machine. And then we'd need wood from that point onwards. So from this point, we should just create a level 2 assembling machine and probably call this episode a day. Now that we've produced resin. Pretty much from nothing, resin. Or ex nihilo, something like that. Reminds me of the Minecraft mod. In any case, resin. Switch that around. Feed straight in, and we've got power. More importantly, we have resin, which we can just box up for now. And how fast is it doing that? 12. Yeah, it's keeping up, so that's no problem at all. And we've got this box, which should just fill up with resin. So here's our entire production chain. It can be neatly laid out, but it's actually, I'm fairly happy. It's quite straightforward. There wasn't any torturous sort of moving of stuff. The only thing here is just how much silver we're now going to be using. So now that this is pretty much processing permanently, carriers are coming back. They're being changed into green. Now we have probably a shortage of silver, but well, maybe a shortage of aluminium as well. So I will need to, of course, correct that. And I think what I'll probably do is recycle this nitric wastewater as well. And we'll get some other products out of it. Maybe we'll just box them up, but that'll be fine. We get water, which we can just clarify away, of course. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. We got quite a bit of stuff done, really, from last episode's silver. We've now got resin. And feel free to like, subscribe, share if you've liked it. And if you want to display any comments down below about the possibility of a vanilla-ish series, maybe a Neapolitan series is what we should call it. It has vanilla, basically mechanics, but we have mods making our life a little bit easier and a little bit more advanced. That's by that I mean that we can have things like FAL or other such mods that help things around, something that is utility, but essentially the ores that we create and the main part of the game, the main sort of products that we actually make aren't hugely complex like this. Let me know if you want to see a series like that, or if you prefer to see more Angels and Bobs related stuff, which is sort of part of Seablock, but Seablock obviously adds a bunch of other stuff on top as well. Okay, as always, I'll see you next episode for some more Factorio. I was going to say Station Eaters then. For some more Factorio. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.